Hi, this is Manal. Welcome, welcome to today's live stream video. Today's topic will be the end of a 5-series live stream that I've been conducting on understanding and exploring resistance. The first time we looked at resistance in general. Second, we looked at understanding resistance coming from the egoic level. Then we moved on to mental, emotional, and today we'll be really exploring physical. You'll be finding a lot of these explorations on my meditations, my courses, my talks. So really, at the end of the day, all of the resistance and all of the stories and all the topics and all of the exploration regarding resistance leads to the same conclusion. Resistance is a gift. Resistance allows us to calibrate, when used appropriately, back to our authentic selves. Resistance and actually our beings exist on 4 bodies. Our egoic level, our mental level, our emotional level, and our physical. Our physical expression ourselves, and our physical sensations, our physical beings, our feelings. We explored ego, where ego is really about our set of beliefs and identity. So who am I? How do I see myself? How does the world see myself? What are my beliefs about myself in the world? And how do I hold that with respect to my identity? Next level is our mental, our thoughts. This is where our thoughts are produced, our thoughts are explored, our thoughts sometimes are out of control. There's this very strong relationship between our beliefs and our thoughts. And what I have offered and what we'll continue to offer and explore is sometimes when there's resistance at your mental level, which are thoughts that you do not want, thoughts that hurt, thoughts that are resistant, it actually helps you to go back to what are the beliefs that you're holding that are creating these contradictory thoughts. We'll explore and talk more about that. So we've got our ego, we've got our mind, we've got our heart, our command center. That's our emotions. That's ultimately where we're able to explore and have sensations, the sensations of anger and frustration, sadness. Those are resistance type of emotions. There's also the emotions of love and bliss and celebration and happiness. And those are more non-resistant resistance. And then today, where we're exploring our physical being, our who we are and what we are and how we show ourselves and see ourselves on this plane in life. And anywhere that your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions are contradictory to how you want to see yourself or be in your life is where resistance will occur. So if I am not succeeding in the way that I believe, want, or desire, that perception of myself, that's where resistance will be evoked. So beliefs with beliefs, thoughts amongst thoughts, emotions amongst emotions, or any of those with respect to how you're showing up is where we face and get resistance. And so as for those of you that follow me, you know that I approach resistance in 5 ways, or 5 steps. Step 1, becoming aware. The first step requires awareness. Awareness is the most powerful start and opening for you to become, to understand, and it indicates a willingness to explore and an understanding of what it is. And the awareness can be on any of the 4 levels. Become aware of the beliefs that you're holding, becoming aware of thoughts, becoming aware of your emotions, becoming aware of how you're physically feeling. So we will start with becoming aware. And today, since we're looking at egoic resistance on the physical level, we will explore physical resistance, how you're physically feeling. So number 1, awareness. Number two, once we become aware, resistance is a gift of calibration towards your truth. So if you become aware, there's always two sides to everything that you're feeling. Short side, long side of the stick. Empty cup, half empty, half full. What we're going to do is acknowledge the resistance is because you're feeling the short end or the half empty. What we're going to do is acknowledge, what is this resistance actually pointing to what your desire is? So if you're feeling resistance, again, I'll use this example of being successful and put that in quotes because success is different bar for everybody. Your desire is for success, but your pain might feel a judgment or a shame or something how you're holding yourself as a failure or not good, not right. But your desire and your acknowledgement is ultimately to be successful. And at the end of the day, we're all, as a human and on the human experience, looking for three things. We're looking for the desire to be happy, be loved, and to love. We're looking for worthiness, and we're also looking for the sense of freedom and feeling free. And so the deeper acknowledgement, lowest common denominator, and most of the resistance is one of those three. However, we might see it as, I want to be seen, I want to be heard, I want to be felt, I want to be loved. And at the end of the day, what it is a desire for one of those three things. Next step is appreciation. Invoking your command center, your heart. Only after you can love the resistance, love your experience, love and appreciate and have compassion for what you're going through with a recognition that it's leading you to growth and to expansion. With that command center, with that love, with that compassion, that actually liberates you, liberates the resistance, and then allows you to go to step 4, which is let go. Let go of the resistance. The resistance was there to guide you towards your truth. With awareness, acknowledgement of the deeper meaning, and appreciation, now you are able to let go of the resistance because you have oriented back to what your authentic truth is. And step 5, surrender. Surrender, surrender, surrender. Surrender back to what is your highest. Your highest might be the universe, might be God, might be your inner being, might be your source. It doesn't matter what you hold it as, but what matters is your willingness to trust and have a belief that your highest good is always unfolding at a time that is best for your highest good, and you are held and supported by something larger, by the universe, by God. And with all of this, it leads back to orienting to your truth, which then allows you to feel your full worthiness, freedom, and happiness. Wonderful. So what we will be doing, since I've given that preamble, is to look deep or surface, or more generally, I guess it doesn't need to be deep. I'm going to give the context for you actually to explore yourself and who you are and how you see yourself relative to how you believe, think, or desire to be. Or if you prefer to just look at physically resistance, if there's a part of your body that hurts, and every physical pain has a deeper meaning to it. And I'll guide you through understanding what that physical resistance is guiding you to become aware of. Wonderful. So we are going to start with 3 grounding breaths. For those of you that follow me, you know that these breaths are just cleansing, grounding, and orienting all of you to acknowledge that you're moving into a different space, a different way of processing, thinking, believing, observing, exploring. Let's start. Let's take a first deep breath in. And release. Take a second deep breath in. And release. Take a third and final deep breath in. And release. If you've instinctively closed your eyes, wonderful. If your eyes are open and you prefer them to be open, wonderful. If you'd like to close them, please go ahead. Let's start with becoming aware. Do not overly indulge in any of your sensations or emotions, thoughts or beliefs. Start becoming aware and see, who are you? How are you in this world? How do you see yourself? How do you hold yourself? How do you see your being? You. And I'd like you to look from the lens of who you believe you are or believe you should be, who you think you are and think you should be, who you want yourself to be or want you to become. And see, is there acceptance, love, compassion, appreciation, or judgment, shame, and you as your being, how you are, your career, your relationships, your job? Just explore. If you'd like to be more specific and look at any physical pain that you might be feeling, you can go from that route as well. If you have any pain in your shoulders, your knee, your elbow, your foot, you want to just dig, just really like a connoisseur, start to get a flavor of the resistance, of the feelings, the emotions, the thoughts that you hold upon yourself. I will pause to give you the opportunity to explore. Now, after becoming aware and connecting with resistance, let's dig a bit deeper. Let's start to understand, what is this resistance guiding you towards? What is the truth and the calibration towards truth of this resistance? You might be judging yourself and wanting yourself to be showing up in a different way, and recognize that perhaps that's acceptance, which ultimately means worthiness. You might feel that you're trapped in life, which means that you ultimately would desire freedom. Sort of, if you have pain in your knee, you might dig a bit deeper and just feel that you might desire to be free, to be able to go and do as you desire. Just sort of feel into the resistance and explore the deeper meaning. Sometimes you might have concepts that come to you immediately. You might have something that you see or something that you hear, or you just begin to know. So open yourself up to just really understanding at a deeper level what this resistance is guiding you towards, and just honoring the beauty of that exploration and your desire for it. And just by creating the intention and your desire for it, you will receive. It might be immediate or it might come later, but just open yourself up to understanding the deeper meaning of your resistance. I'll pause to give you the opportunity to explore. Now, if you've received a message, deeper understanding, wonderful. If not, it doesn't matter. Just asking and opening and inviting and allowing is enough. And you will know when it's the right time to know what the deeper meaning is. And at this point, let's invoke the command center. Just really appreciate yourself. Appreciate your willingness to take the time to explore, your willingness to become courageous enough and brave enough to look within yourself and taking responsibility for your resistance, the deeper meaning of your resistance, and ultimately how you show up in life. Just love yourself for the journey that you're on for you, for your beauty, for your worthiness, for your desire for freedom and happiness and love. Just really take the moment to be appreciative, to celebrate, and to love on yourself for this moment and for your willingness to really align with what your truth is. I will pause to give you the moment to just celebrate yourself. Wonderful. And at this point, after becoming aware of your resistance, acknowledging the deeper meaning, and just really invoking your command center and appreciating this moment, you're free to let go and to let go of all the resistance that you connected with. The resistance purpose was to calibrate you back to truth, and truth is self-love, of appreciation, of acknowledgement of the deeper meaning of life, and the resistance has oriented you at this moment back to your truth. So just let go of the resistance. And sometimes I just physically wash the resistance off of my body. And if it was in my jaw, or if it was in my arms, or if it was wherever, you could just let it go. If it was in your knees that you're doing, you can actually just take it and throw it. But do whatever you need to do for you to feel that this resistance, the anger, the sadness, the judgment, the shame, whatever you called it, it can go. And it is something that you carry, and it is something that you can choose to let go with awareness, acknowledgement, and compassion. And just let go. I will pause to give you the opportunity just to cleanse yourself of all of that resistance and energy that you may have connected with. Just let go. Take a deep breath in and release. Take a deep breath in and release. Take a deep breath in and release. And I'll pause just an extra moment since my initial pause was pretty short. And at this point, just surrender, 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 surrender all of your resistance, all of your resistant beliefs and thoughts and emotions and feelings back to the universe, and just trust that you are held, you are supported in a way that is always for your highest good. Take a deep breath in of freedom and release. Take a deep breath in of worthiness and release. Take a deep breath in of love And release. Imagine the light of the universal divine just entering through the crown of your head, going through your head, your neck, shoulders, arms and hands, your chest, abdomen, pelvic area, thighs, knees, calves, and out the soles of your feet. Imagine the light of the pristine earth entering through the soles of your feet, through your calves, your knees, your thighs, your pelvic area, your abdomen, your chest, your neck, your arms, hands, through your head and out the crown of your head. And at this point, I'll just pause and give you the opportunity for these concepts to calibrate. And if you're inspired, there's an intention that you have for the rest of the day, for the week, for the month, for your year, for the life, just go ahead and invoke that intention. I will pause. Wonderful. I trust that you're feeling lighter, and I really appreciate, really appreciate you being here today, and everybody that's been following me, that's been encouraging me, that's been really inspired by my inspirations. You all inspire me. I have a lot of meditations that ultimately focus on helping us celebrate resistance, celebrating that it is really a tool to calibrate us to our truth, celebrating ourselves, celebrating our human journey, and recognizing that shame and judgment and resistance are all a gift. And with a willingness and a desire for us to look within and to recognize what the beauty of this gift is, it is a path towards freedom, towards liberation, towards worthiness, towards happiness, towards love, towards all of the things that we're looking for. So I invite you to explore my meditations, my talks, my courses, my live streams, with the intention for us to co-create together and to ultimately move towards freedom together. If you have any questions, any future topic requests, feel free to just type in the comment box. Once I turn off the camera, I will be happy to respond. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you being here. I celebrate you. I celebrate your journey. My love, always.